Did want to play some Nate Oates audio if we can, John. Nate Oates, this was him kind of after the game. He's talking about the defense that Alabama played last night and how good they were, but it's also him. We're talking about Michigan. This is a little bit of a preview from Nate Oates of what he expects to see on Friday against Michigan.
If we guard like we did tonight, particularly at the point of attack with our guards, we can compete with anybody in the country. Now, obviously, Michigan's looming, and they got ridiculous size all over the place, and we're going to have to rebound. Our bigs are going to have to bring it. I think if we guard like we did on the perimeter, and then our bigs are going to have to really step up here against Michigan, we know, we give ourselves a chance. And Michigan's been maybe the most dominant team in the country. Probably them Arizona and Duke. Those three teams have been the most dominant three teams in the country, and we're going to have to be ready to go on Friday in Chicago.
So there you go. That was Nate Oates, the head coach of the Crimson Tide. And we know it's going to be a big challenge. There's no doubt about it. But it's happened not often, but 3 times this year. Yeah. That's it. But 3 times this year that Michigan's lost. And you just kind of go and look at what those games looked like. Okay, so they lost to Purdue in the Big Ten championship game, right? Not very long ago. Purdue only shot 4-14 from three-point range in that game.
Okay.
Like I'm just saying, Michigan shot 29% from 3 in that game. Like that's an area where you could see Alabama having an advantage. Purdue got out rebounded. Feel pretty good that Michigan's probably going to out rebound Alabama, right? So like you can see where, okay, if Michigan's struggling a little bit offensively in that game, maybe that's like kind of your pathway to victory there. Again, they lost to Duke 68-63. Now it's Duke. Like I mean, it's Duke, but at the same time, Duke shot 6-19 from 3 in that game. Like. I'm pulling these out, and then they lost to Wisconsin earlier in the year. And in that game, Wisconsin went 15-33 from three-point range and absolutely lit it up. But I guess to paint the picture that, yes, in my opinion, Alabama probably needs to make at least 15 three-pointers on Friday to win that game. But you can also see areas where it's not like every time they've lost this year is some other team having an otherworldly night where they're shooting 55% from the floor and 45% from 3. Now, that happened with Wisconsin. But again, they are just like other teams. They can be vulnerable. They can have off nights. Alabama can have an off night, right? They could be – we saw what Michigan did to Auburn earlier in the year. They could do that to Alabama. Like, there's no doubt about it. But at the same time, it's not necessarily a situation where you look and you go, man, if we don't play literally the best game of our entire lives, we're going to have no chance to win this game. Now, that would help. That would help. But there's a path to victory if you're Alabama.
Right, and I think that's where I love the tournament setting so much because of the fact we get these matchups. Because again, who would have thought that we would be sitting here having a discussion that that High Point was going to knock off Wisconsin in the first round of the NCAA tournament, and then find themselves in a dogfight with an Arkansas team that. Again, now looking back on it, it's okay, it wasn't a fluke that they won the SEC tournament. It's maybe the path was a little bit unlikely, but the way that they've gone about it, and when they have Darius Acuff and still be in a dogfight with High Point, like the things we see in the tournament, it's, the stats and the analytics and all those things, they look good on paper, but sometimes you just gotta gut it out. Like you just gotta find a way to do it. And to your point too, it's for Alabama in this situation, because of the fact that Michigan doesn't have to play that high flying style. Like they'll live and die with a 3-point shot. It's like, okay, well, or do you have an answer for our bigs? Do you have an answer for, when we get on a 12-0 run and we're starting to smell blood in the water? Are you going to be able to recover from that timeout and light us up and get some sort of momentum going? So I think the biggest thing for Alabama is kind of what we discussed. It's how do you start? Because if you find yourself down 10-0 before the first time out, it's going to be tough sledding because of how talented Michigan is. And again, now it's, okay, now you don't have Aiden Holloway anymore. You don't have, you hadn't had him for a long time, but Charles Bediako, when it comes down to matching up with their bigs, now you're going to need some help from Michigan as well. Can you continue to have that defensive pressure and have cause a couple turnovers and see where it plays out? So I don't think all hope is lost for Alabama. I truly don't, because of the fact that they can get hot, and there's nothing that a lot of these teams can really do about it. So where do you find those supplemental points? Do we have another Latrell Wrightsell 24-point game? Do we have, Houston Millette coming off the bench giving you 15 and also being your leading rebounder? It's going to take a team effort, but also you can't afford LeBaron Fallon to go out there and give you 9 points either.
No, and you have to have a better performance from him. And again, I think we all expect that, right? Because he was an All-American this year. He's one of the best players in the SEC and obviously the leader of that Alabama offense. But I think the most important player, I mean, this is like a hot take. I think the most important player, though, for Alabama on Friday will be Aiden Sherrill and what he can do, both defensively to manage those bigs, but also, is he going to be able to give you, uh, again, it's probably not fair to say this or to ask this of somebody, but I go back to, and I know it was a 2 overtime game and it was a long game, but one of the best games of the entire basketball season, in my opinion, was the Alabama-Arkansas game.
Mm-hmm.
And you go back and you look at what he did in that game. He played 39 minutes of that basketball game, and he gave you 26 points and 13 rebounds. Now, I'm not saying he has to go out there and go 25 and 12 for you on Friday, but first off, please do that. That'd be great.
Right, it'll help.
It would help. But again, it's just, what are you going to get from Aiden Sherrill? Like, is that a guy, and Nate Oates talked about that after the game, is he played 17 minutes yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they were able to get Bull Bowen 25 minutes. Noah Williamson got double digits minutes. Like, they were able to kind of take it easy on him. And it's like, all right, rest up because we're going to need you on Friday.
Yep.
And I think ultimately, if Alabama walks away with a victory, it's either going to be a historic night shooting the three-pointer, or you're going to walk away and go, man, Aiden Sherrill, that was your blue-collar play of the game. That was the dude that was doing the dirty work, getting the rebounds, getting those second-chance opportunities for Alabama, and he's probably going to have to go out there and, he's going to have to probably have 15-plus points as well.
Yeah.
So he's going to be a big factor for it. It's going to be a big challenge. There's no doubt about it. But, again, I go back to it was early in the season, but the team that has, I guess if you listen to the experts, the biggest team or the team that has the most size in college basketball is Illinois.
Yep.
And you found a way to beat that Illinois team. I know that was a while ago, but you've shown that you can do that. And I think, again, we brought it up earlier, the rebounding of the guards, getting that effort from other guys that maybe you don't expect, but if they're going to play hard defense, they're going to get those tough rebounds, get those second chance opportunities. That's going to have to happen for Alabama. And based on what you've seen the last two games, there's no reason to think they can't carry that over. But, I mean, no doubt about it, this is the best team you will have played all year long.
Oh, 100%.
And we've seen that the last 2 years. You ran up against a UConn team in the Final Four, best team you'd played all year, didn't go very well.
Mm-hmm.
You played Duke last year, best team you were going to play all year, didn't go well for you. So this is kind of this is a big moment for Alabama. Can you kind of get over that hump and beat these elite teams
right
to continue your NCAA tournament run? Or is it going to be like the last 2 years where you go, man, it's a really good team, but they just don't have what it takes to compete at the highest level with the very best teams in the country?
Yeah, 205-834-9450. We'll get to your text message, your calls on the other side with everything that we've discussed early on with March Madness. Is your bracket completely busted after the first weekend? Are you just fighting for survival in your bracket pools and things as such? Of course, we touched a little bit on the Auburn and Alabama spring as well. Get some of your thoughts on the other side, 205-834-9450. Keep it locked right here on Mac and Cube in the morning. Welcome back into McElroy and Cubelic in the morning. Damian, Conrad, and John here with you, filling in for the guys as they enjoy a little spring break. Hopefully everybody's happy and healthy, and hope everybody's being safe. The weather is finally cooperating, at least for this week. Again, I hadn't followed everything as far as the weather, but I know it has been warmer, so I don't expect any more cold fronts coming through. So hopefully everybody enjoys their time off. 205-834-9450. Been talking March Madness this past weekend. Most exciting 4 days in college, and not just in college, but in all sports. It's up there with, Masters, Super Bowl Sunday, NFL championship weekend, conference championship weekend, of course, the college football playoff. But I do think that, when it comes to March Madness, whether you're rooting for even if your bracket is already busted, you find yourself just enamored with so much ball from the time that you wake up and get moving to the time you go to sleep. And it's a lot of fun, and the Sweet 16 is set, and we'll get started on Thursday. We want to hear from you as well. Got some text messages coming through. Drake, we know he's a Florida fan. I know it's been tough. He said, we good. You win some, you lose some. I can say congratulations to our women's gymnastics teams for winning the SEC championship. There you go.
Still on top.
Hey,
in some ways, yeah.
A win is a win. Doug texted in. He says Big Ten still has a chance to claim all four Final Four spots. Let's not let that happen.
We cannot let that happen.
Let's not let that happen.
Man, the SEC, we were doing so well because you went through Friday night. We were 9-2 because Texas had won 2 games because they won the playoff game too. So you had Georgia and Missouri. They let us down a little bit, but 9-2 was solid. And now we're 13-6. And I mean, okay, that's still pretty good.
Right.
But to go from 8 teams in the round of 32 and cut that in half, now 4 teams left in the Sweet 16, that's potentially rough. But again, getting ahead of ourselves a little bit here. But if you had 2 upsets this weekend, if Alabama beats Michigan and Tennessee beats Iowa State, you would have Alabama versus Tennessee for a trip to the Final Four.
The third Saturday in October moved to April.
Mm-hmm. The first Saturday in April. Whatever it would be.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just, again, getting ahead of ourselves a little bit. I just wanted to throw that out there, that there is the potential, if some crazy things continue to happen, that would be awesome. And that might be what Rick Barnes needs to get into the Final Four at Tennessee, because he has owned Alabama for the most part. I mean, just being fair, he has. So
it's true.
But you got to get through Michigan and Iowa State first, and those are 2 very good teams.
Would that hurt you? Like, I know it would already sting when if Alabama does lose, but would it be a double gut punch?
I would much rather lose to Michigan than lose to Tennessee. Absolutely.
Okay.
That would not be fun. That would be how I assume Molly will feel if Nebraska loses to Iowa, because before it's like, okay, you lose to Florida in the Sweet 16. It is what it, it is what it is. But you lose to Iowa, like that would make it 10 times worse, and that's how I would feel about Tennessee.
But would you root for Tennessee for the SEC brand if they were?
Heck no.
Oh, so you a certified hater? Like, it's
no.
But what if Arkansas makes it? Like, if
I'll root for them.
Okay, Texas too.
Yeah, just because they're an 11 seed, so it's easy. Like, I'm kind of sympathetic towards it because it's like a cool story. But yeah, no, not Tennessee.
I got you.
No.
So you don't want Rick Barnes to have any success if it comes on the heels of.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
But he's a great coach. He coached
Should be
Kevin
noted,
Durant.
Rick Barnes is 1-0 against Iowa State while at Tennessee.
There you go. There's the number.
So not saying there's a trend, but
he has a winning record against him while he was at Texas too. So history is on his side.
So it looks like one team from the SEC will be going to the Elite Eight.
And then I will be pulling for the Michigan Wolverines. See, that's how it works though. It's a win-win, because either Alabama wins or Michigan wins, and then you just pull for the team that beat your team, and it's like, well, we lost to the best team, so we're actually the second best team in the tournament. That's how that works, right?
Trust me, when it comes to fandom, I'm not the one to ask. Not the one to ask.
Well, you're a big Alabama basketball fan.
Sure enough. Huge Alabama fan. Love them. Hey, somebody texts in and says, Fallon having an off game against Texas Tech means he's about to go off on Michigan. That's the mindset you got to have. And in your gut.
Yeah.
In your gut. And and again, I know it's tough. If you can remove the hard hat for a second and the crimson colored glasses, How do you feel about this game? Just your gut feeling. Not to say that you have to pick. I'm not asking you to pick against your team, but do you have a little bit of some semblance of hope that this actually can be done against Michigan on Sweet 16 for Sweet 16?
I have more hope than I did when the bracket first came out.
Okay.
And you saw that was going to be a potential matchup. But yeah, I mean, if you're asking me right now, if I had to pick one way or the other, I would pick Michigan. I mean, I think they're the better team, but
Right.
I think that again, it's just one of those things. It's if they can replicate what they did last night, they have a really good chance. But the concern with that always is, can you do that again?
Yeah.
Because it's really hard to do that multiple games in a row. And yeah, I mean, I think they've got a shot. If you were to put it at right now, I'd say like 75% chance Michigan, 25% chance Alabama. That's probably where I'm at.
Okay. So it's not a full blown like give up or.
No. Like I feel better about.
So did you?
I feel better about this than I did Duke last year.
Okay.
And UConn the year before that.
Okay.
I feel like this is more gettable than either of those games were.
So
I had zero faith that Alabama was going to win either of those games.
Does it feel like Alabama during football season against Indiana? Where did you think that it could be done during football season? Going into the matchup?
Yeah, no, I thought Alabama had a better chance against Indiana than in football than
you feel about Alabama basketball against Michigan.
Yeah, but maybe that's a good thing because Alabama scored 3 points against Indiana in that game and they looked like, hot, know what. So, yeah, no, I feel a little bit better about it than that. But it's also, again, it's just, I don't feel great about it.
I understand. You're not like Eric because he's a real Alabama fan. This is Eric from Snead. After Bama's dominance of Texas Tech, they will upset Michigan and move on to the Elite Eight. They have the talent to do it.
They do have the talent to do it. Absolutely.
So did Alabama football.
Correct.
Did they have the talent to beat Indiana?
Yes, on paper they're more talented. There's going to be more players from that Alabama team that you see in the NFL than
Dana Orlovsky just said on Get Up that Ty Simpson was the best QB in this draft.
He did say that. Dan loves some Ty Simpson, man. He's been all about that this offseason. He's a big fan of his. But yeah, when he did kind of lose me I saw one time he was talking about a couple weeks ago, and it's like, yeah, if you go back and look at the first half of that Indiana game, Ty Simpson actually kind of outplayed Mendoza. I'm like,
hold on now.
I don't
know. I hadn't dove all the way into the tape.
It's like I don't know about. I've been scared to go back and watch that game, but I feel pretty confident that he did not.
Yeah, I think there's. Now,
if you want to say he wasn't as bad as it maybe the box score said, sure,
right,
I'll give you that. But
yeah,
he outplayed that. No.
Yeah, I don't think their situations were comparable to in certain aspects of that game.
No,
not at all.
No, they weren't.
No, he may have. The problem was just the defense just outplayed Ty Simpson. That may have been the difference. He may have, but yeah. He didn't outplay the defense. He outplayed Ty Simpson outplayed Fernando Mendoza. He just didn't outplay Indiana's defense. That was the problem.
But that's
if only Ty was playing the Alabama defense that game, right?
Yeah, like you said, not all things were equal in that matchup. But it's okay though. That's why
Indiana was a great team.
Yeah, but that's why Alabama is an everything school because there's only one team that had a team that's in the college football playoff and also the Sweet 16.
That's right, because it was two that had but that other school got eliminated yesterday. So.
Alabama had a no-hitter over the weekend?
They swept Florida, had a no-hitter on Friday. That was nice. Auburn they lost the series, but Auburn had that great moment on Friday, the walk-off.
Yeah, thought that was going to be.
On the ball under the glove of the center fielder, so that was a lot of fun. So.
Yeah, so like Alabama's essentially an everything school, Conrad.
Yeah, softball, incredible.
Yeah, they ain't skipped a beat.
Doing a great job there. Yeah, it's
So yeah.
It's good, just, win a championship and stuff.
The football teams in the top 20. Preseason?
Yeah, that's right.
Recruited well in the offseason. So everything
top
right
10
now
in recruiting.
Everything is trending up for Alabama, dog. It's not as bad as it may seem.
It's
Perception
not bad.
and perspective.
What's bad?
The matchup with Michigan.
Oh, well, yeah.
Your coach about to leave.
Yeah, like
it.
Right.
He's not going.
Players
not being the guy, maybe.
Players not being available in situations like
this. He's tainted goods. They don't want him. It was funny. I did see a number of North Carolina fans on social. We don't want Nate Oates. Okay.
Keep Hubert Davis.
I'm glad you don't. I hope you don't want him.
Keep Hubert Davis.
I guess at this point, judging by what the football team does, I guess I'll bring in Doc Rivers to replace
that is
Davis.
true.
And then guess what? They'll end up in the same situation with a disappointment in the postseason. Because outside of those Celtics in 2007,
You're right.
that's Doc Rivers to a T.
And given the way Doc's son likes to get around, I guess Doc will be trolling for those sororities too.
Totally unrelated, and I don't know why I'm going to take a shot at him. Austin Rivers is like my least favorite athlete of all time.
Really?
I can't stand him.
Of all. Why?
There's just something about I can't stand that guy.
Now, he did have a great high school mixtape, though.
He did, and he had a great moment. He had a buzzer beater against North Carolina in college. Like, he had some good moments, but in the NBA, just
never would have thought Austin Rivers.
How does Alabama
do not like that
How does
guy.
a person who likes Alabama football hate a Duke player?
I don't know. I
Like,
just don't like
that's
him.
like you're supposed to.
Sorry, I should have said basketball player, not athlete. I just don't like him.
Really?
Never did.
Who's yours, Damien?
I don't have it. I mean, besides, the obvious Kellen Mond, but like his was just, he was not good. And I could not understand why people were saying that he was.
No, he was good.
No, he was not.
He wasn't great.
He was not.
Everyone was saying he was great. He
Yeah,
was just
he
good.
was good. He was
just good.
No, it was just longevity. He was Texas A&M quarterback for a long time. He was never.
And he was
You have
good.
to be good to do
no,
that.
No. We're not going to have revisionist history on Kellen Mond's
He
career.
almost beat Clemson.
Almost does not count.
He almost made the college football playoff.
It does not
Yeah,
count.
but you have to be good to do that.
To almost do
No,
that.
Yeah.
and so we're saying Marcel Reed is good because Texas A&M did.
Yeah,
actually,
he's good. He's
is
not
he better
great.
than Kellen
No.
Mond?
The
The fact that you even have to think about it, it's 100% yes. Even with all the question marks that Marcel Reed has, he's 20 times better than Kellen Mond ever was.
Oh,
Yeah, he is. He is.
No, I mean, neither could really do it when it mattered most. So
That's also a fact.
yeah, that you're good. That means you're good. You can get there, but you can't get over the hump. So you're good. You're not great.
Yeah, but everybody will tell you that Texas A&M wanted a piece of Alabama again in 2020 when Kellen Mond was at quarterback. And what was that? Was that first matchup beat them by what, 28?
Saw that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't need that. See
Yeah,
that
and
one
they,
again.
we want Bama again. No, you don't. No, you did not. They were just figuring it out and still beat you by 28. You can't even imagine when Devontae Smith was on his Heisman run at that point. You didn't want that.
So you hate a person for everyone else hyping him up and not him.
No, him too. Like individual. Like when the San Antonio
Like, you
Brahmas
think he's a bad person?
could
No,
care
he was
less.
on. He was on the show, and you were like, he's actually kind of a nice guy.
Yeah, like I was just like, okay, he's a great interview. Wonderful. But as a football player, his own head coach came in. Well, he took over towards the end of the season, benched whoever the starting quarterback was, put Kellen Mond in the starting lineup, and immediately benched him the next game. So I'm like, he's not that good. He wasn't that good at Texas
He
A&M.
wasn't good as a pro.
He wasn't good as
He
a
was
college
good.
quarterback either.
Okay, wow.
I can't oh my god, the fact that you brought up the player that you can't stand, it's him 100%.
I just love that you hate him because of everyone else. He had
No,
nothing to
it's-
do with it.
No, him too.
Everyone else hyping him up, saying he's great.
But it also just adds to why Texas A&M just, I can't. Even last season, it took so much out of me to admit that they were good. And when I truly watched them, I was like, man, I can't even deny it. They are damn good. And right when I believed in them, they went down the drain. Because the one time I'm like, you know what? They actually are a better team going into the matchup with Texas. Like, I was willing to stomach everything John Mack was going to give at me. Like, hey, man, I ain't even going to lie. This team is damn good. Then they go to Austin and get beat. Then the college football playoff, I'm like, Miami didn't even win an ACC. Like, hey, you may have a chance. I can't control the weather and why the wind was blowing the way that it was, but you still couldn't get it done. It's like, you know what? I am done. Love Mike Elko as a head coach. I just wish he wasn't at Texas A&M. Like, get out of there. Like, this is why they can't have nice things, because when they get it, they blow it. Why did you have, like, oh my God.
Who has the most passing yards in Texas A&M history?
It's the guy that played for 20 years, Kellen Mond.
Who has the most passing touchdowns in Texas A&M history?
Again, the guy that played the longest, Kellen Mond.
I mean, there's other guys on here that played 4 years.
Oh, boy.
Was Ryan Tannehill good?
He was a receiver that just so happened to throw
He
the
got
ball.
drafted. He's a first-round quarterback. What are
He
you talking about?
was.
He was your quarterback.
He was. He was serviceable.
Was he good?
Yeah, he was pretty good. I mean, I could have looked good if I was handed to Derrick Henry 45 times a game. The man won a playoff game throwing 7 passes in the NFL. but he also
threw what, 3 interceptions in the playoff game
Yeah,
in
he
the
did.
first 5 minutes.
first play of the playoff game. That's why Joe Burrow has a Super Bowl appearance. But listen, we're not going to do this. We're not going to do this. There's a lot of positivity. Don't let this be a distraction from the fact that Alabama has to play Michigan in the Sweet 16.
What are you going to say when Kellerman ends up in the A&M Ring of Honor?
Congratulations.
What if he one day was the Stallions quarterback?
That's stop.
But like, what?
Stop. I did it with Will Levis. I'm not doing it.
Oh, you're buying his jersey?
No,
Oh, okay.
Exactly. I'm not making those mistakes again. So I'm going to present what my eyes have in front of me, and that is he's not a good quarterback. He should not be. I'd boycott. I'd find a new team.
Wow.
I would. I don't like that guy.
So you hate Kellen Mond and you love Austin Rivers. Okay.
Who knew?
That's what I learned from this conversation.
He's not that bad of an analyst. He knows ball.
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother. You can't stand him. You hate him.
Yeah, his dad gave him like a 15-year career.
Oh, so you don't like Stephen Pearl either then?
We'll see if he's there in 15 years.
205-834.
He's a record-breaking coach, Damian. The most wins in a first season in Auburn history.
Yeah,
there's a graphic and everything.
I saw the graphic, and he's only adding to that history as long as Auburn keeps winning. Then
that's right. How many coaches at Auburn have won a championship in their first year as the head coach of the basketball team? He could do it.
Championship in quotation marks.
It's a champion. You get a trophy.
Yeah, you get a banner.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of what Paul said. He even asked us, like, who won the NIT last year? I couldn't even tell you. But I know if Auburn wins, they're going to hang the banner up, as they should. Breaking news. Jackson Smith and Jigba just signed an extension there for the Seattle Seahawks. 4 years, $168.6 million.
So that's what, $42 million a year?
And they tell
42
us,
and change.
And they tell us wide receivers aren't important. They tell us that we're divas. Get paid, young brother. Get paid. More Mac and Cube on the other side. Keep it locked here on Jocks. 8:42 here on McElroy and Cubelic in the morning. Damian, Conrad, and John here with you. I don't know how we went down this diatribe of, players that we don't like. Also,
Connor just threw his out, and
just threw it.
I was just curious what yours was. That's all.
Kellen Mond's number one for sure. Eli Manning is on that list as well. But I actually think
that's a good one. So is he good or great? Because your argument was that
he's average with 2 great moments.
Some pretty great moments. Well, it's more
that's
like
what I'm saying. Like
it's more like a string of 4 great moments in a row twice. So it's like 8 great moments because you had to win the games to get to the Super Bowl and then win the Super Bowl.
Fair enough. It's 8
great moments. That's pretty good.
Yeah. But as far as, when it comes to overall, and again, I've always had this discussion of when he was playing. Like, there's a reason why he wasn't first ballot Hall of Famer. Like, his name is still on that list. Now, will he get in? For sure, because at this point, everybody get in. But when he was playing, there was no point he was the best quarterback in the league.
No.
Again, that's why I say it's 2 great moments. He beat the GOAT twice. Cannot knock that against him. But also at the end of his career, like, he had a 250 something odd game, streak of being the starting quarterback. Like, the New York Giants,
it's impressive.
Amongst all the things that he had accomplished, sat him down and said, like, you're not the starter anymore.
Yeah, they did him dirty.
Did they? Or did they realize, like, hey,
I mean, at that point, you should have just let him keep playing. Yeah, it was at the end of a season. Like, you should just let him keep playing. For somebody that gave that much to your organization, you do right by those people.
And they didn't.
No, and they didn't.
So that kind of goes to show you that even his own organization didn't care about him.
Eli Manning
was an all-world quarterback.
Wow.
The media, boy, I tell you. They get you every time. That's why you can't trust
I guess he's not average then. Okay, good to know.
You cannot trust the media nowadays, man. They will clickbait you. They'll get you.
I'll be honest. I don't know if you ever thought about this, Saber. I thought that you would have turned a corner because he's a huge Ole Miss Rebels fan now.
Correct, right.
And so the fact that
the prodigal son.
Yeah.
Right.
The greatest player in the history of Ole Miss football.
You claimed you were going to be an Ole Miss fan for last season. I don't know if it's still going on or not, or if that's still there until technically the next season starts. But
still there.
You can't hate a player of yours.
Yes, you can.
You hate Patrick Willis, too? You probably think he's overrated.
You hate Noah Williamson.
I didn't last night.
See? So you can.
No, because he didn't. It was selective.
I didn't last night. I did for 33 games this year, but not last night. That game and the Kentucky game, loved him. Loved him.
No, it's just I've never been an Eli Manning guy. I just think he's really, really average. And again, he had 2 great.
Eli Manning was
an all-world quarterback.
That sounds great to me.
It's crazy how people just take things out of context.
He played better than Peyton did in his 2 Super Bowl victories. I mean, Peyton Manning basically didn't do anything in his second one. It wasn't great in his first one either, but
Well, Cam Newton helped him out on that one.
Well, yeah, in the second one, yeah, absolutely. Sure. But
Peyton also lost 2.
That is true.
I didn't see Eli lose a Super Bowl.
No, he didn't.
Is it better to be 2-2 or 2-0 in those games?
You'd much rather be 2-0. You much rather be 2-0. But no, I don't like that guy. I think he's great. Now I will say he's entertaining on the Manning cast. I think he's a very fun watch. But when it comes down to the position of quarterback, especially at the highest level, I just think that his career, when you look at it in its totality, it's extremely average. But you can't.
So who's had a better career, Eli Manning or Marcus Mariota?
Oh God, that's disrespectful. But it's
definitely. How is it disrespectful?
It's Eli Manning because again, like I said, 2 great moments.
If Eli Manning had played at the same time as Jalen Hyatt, do you think he would have had a better career? Was that what he was missing there?
He had Odell.
He did have Odell.
He had Odell. But again, listen, like I think if people really look at Eli's career, like again, I'm just look at the whole career, not taking away what he did in those Super Bowl runs, absolutely phenomenal. Great. But when you look at the rest of his career, it is a lot to be desired for. And also they say they say wins and losses aren't a quarterback stat, but they are.
Mm-hmm.
And he is 500 for his career.
He is.
Average. So then is Eli better than Kurt Warner?
not talent wise. I think Kurt Warner is more talented, had more success. I know he
more success even.
I mean, well,
how many?
they won.
Okay.
But he also Kurt Warner lost to the GOAT. He's the one that started this trend for Tom Brady, but also Eli Manning knocked him off.
Okay, so if we're going off of championships, is Eli Manning better than Aaron Rodgers?
Stop.
One guy's got 2 and one guy's got 1.
No.
If you're giving Kellen Mond all this love for longevity, I mean, Aaron Rodgers has been out here for how long?
And he's
been what?
He's better than Eli Manning ever has been. It's just, again, 2 great moments. 2 great
Aaron's
moments.
had 1 great moment.
For sure. He had 1. He also has, 4 MVPs? 3?
I mean, he's way better than Eli Manning. But
it's not even close.
Yeah, it's not even close. It's just to go.
And like I've always lumped Phillip Rivers, Eli Manning, and Ben Roethlisberger all in the same boat of if one of those guys get in, all 3 of them deserve to get in.
I think Ben Roethlisberger is not significantly, but definitely a step above the other guys.
You think he's better than Phillip Rivers?
Yeah.
See, I think Phillip Rivers and Ben Roethlisberger have more of a conversation than Eli Manning.
I think statistically Phillip Rivers was better than Ben, but I think what Ben did from a winning perspective, you have to give him the nod.
Yeah,
he's the best out of those 3.
Why is Phillip better? Because he didn't do anything in the postseason.
Fair enough, but I just think like as far as quarterback talent, like when I look at if I had somebody, and again, a lot of people are going to jump down like, well, he did it in the Super Bowl, but like if there's 2 minutes on the clock, I would much rather have Phillip Rivers' decision making and play calling and the way that he ran an offense before I would have Eli Manning.
But what if it's a Super Bowl?
Yeah, and
he had all those opportunities in the shadow of his own end zone.
Out of all of those, give me the first 3 quarters of Matt Ryan. Like give me Matty Ice for 3 quarters.
Because it feels like the reason you're all in on Phillip Rivers is the reason you hate Matthew Stafford.
No, I don't hate Matthew Stafford. I just think that people made a lot of excuses for Matthew Stafford.
Okay, here's one for you. Who's better, Eli Manning or Joe Flacco?
Joe Flacco.
Okay.
He's more talented.
Really?
1,000%.
You're just literal hating out here. Okay.
No, like
you silky. Everyone should just be at the ball. The
you
player.
think Eli Manning's better than Joe Flacco?
Yes.
They're the same people. They're the same people. Just 2. Again, he had another moment.
Then why'd you say
But
Joe
Eli
Flacco
just-
easy?
Say what?
You said Joe Flacco easy.
No, I'm saying like as far as when it comes to like we talk of arm strength and actual like quarterback play, it's Joe Flacco. It's Joe like Eli. Again, like nobody can. And again, I'm not asking you to erase it, but like really look at their careers. Like it's not even close. Eli stinks. Like it's just like I can't like.
Now he stinks.
No, it's just like
now he stinks.
The way that people hold him up, it's just it really grinds my gears about Eli Manning because it's I get it. I 100% get it. And again, who am I to say that a guy that's won 2-time Super Bowl MVP like and great, but like again, those 2 moments in the biggest of moments.
Okay, we got to do this quickly. All right, one guy has 57,000 passing yards, one has 48,000 for their career. Which is which?
I'm gonna say Eli has the 51.
He has the most. He has almost 10,000 more passing yards than Joe Flacco. One guy has 272 touchdowns for his career. One guy has 366.
Eli's got 366.
Interesting. One guy has 244 interceptions, and one guy has 172.
It's the same thing I have with Matthew Stafford. When you're losing a bunch of games, you're gonna throw that thing a lot. Like I get it.
I would say Eli Manning's significantly better than Joe Flacco.
It's fine,
but they're the same guy.
Yeah, we will agree to disagree. I was not anticipating this. I was not anticipating.
You brought it up.
You set yourself up.
You brought it up.
I did. God almighty. I thought it was going to go at least until football season before I hear Eli Manning. And before I even say Kellen Mond to Eli Manning again, I thought we were going to at least get to the football season.
You literally brought them both up.
I know. But it was a question that was asked, like, who were the players I disdained? And they were at the tip of my tongue. We'll keep it going on the other side. Have some more fun here on Mac and Cube. Keep it locked out here on Jocks. Welcome back into McElroy and Cubelic in the morning. Damian, Conrad, and John with you. Been having some fun here on the backstretch. Well, it may be fun for y'all, but felt like therapy for me because here we are again. I thought we were done with this, but Conrad says he hates Austin River. I mean, he does not like Austin River. I wouldn't say hate. He has a major disdain. And then it opened up the doors for Kellen Mond and Eli Manning to make an appearance out of my mouth again. So we'll try to be
would have
better.
happened anyways. I trying to put it off like, because I brought it up. Hey, you would have brought it up. Every time we do the show together, it has to come up at some point. It's inevitable.
So each day on Morning Jocks? Okay, well.
As you got some people tweeting in, Ron Selesky, he tweets in at Mac and Q, says Damian needs to go to Greg McElroy's quarterback school. If he was evaluating quarterbacks for an NFL team, he'd be fired. I don't know.
To be fair, there's a lot of guys that do that and get fired. So.
Exactly. They're actually paid for the big bucks and still, get it wrong. Like drafting Will Levis in the second round.
You still have his jersey?
No. It's been gone. Mysteriously lost somewhere. Done.
I thought they had like a program you could like trade it in and get something back. And
I think the value was lesser if I would give.
No, you poured gas on that thing and lit it on fire.
Who knows? We'll figure out in hour number 3. Keep it locked right here on Mac and Cube in the morning.